For this video, I will be showing you guys some things that you don't want to miss out on from the last event week in GTA Online. As per usual, this will include some different discounts, some great bonus money, and even some returning vehicles that were removed in the past. To go ahead and dive straight into things, this event week will be refreshing on April 3rd, so by the time that you guys are seeing this video, you should have just a few more days, hopefully just taking advantage of the different discounts if you guys see something you like. Of course, the bonus money as well. The first bonus that we did get from the event was this sort of mini bonus. So if you guys have a hangar business, you can head over to Rooster McCraw and source crates, and you are guaranteed 2 crates with a reduced cooldown. The only reason I would ever use this is to fill the cargo faster. I already mentioned this in the hangar money method video, but the massive downside here is that you cannot pick and choose which crates are sourced, and it will also cost you $25,000 every time you do it, opposed to sourcing the crates yourself and not paying any money and actually picking the crates you want to get. So it comes down to what you guys want really, but in my experience of using the hangar business, sourcing the crates yourself is so much easier, and of course it is free. And the other mini bonus was on the Titan job. So if you guys completed the Titan job, you will receive $200,000 within 72 hours of completion. If you guys don't know what the Titan job is, it is essentially the Oscar Guzman Flies Again finale, and you will need to purchase the Mackenzie Field hangar, which already will cost you $1.5 million. Luckily enough, after playing this for your first time, you can then set the difficulty to hard, and every time you guys play the finale on hard, it will get you $800,000. And I think that $200,000 bonus is a really generous one. Typically, we only see $100,000 bonuses. So yeah, if you guys have not done a Titan job, I would highly recommend doing it before the event refreshes. For some more free money that you guys can also do, it is the weekly challenge. I know I said it was free money, but essentially you need to buy a business first. But this week, you had to complete 5 business resupply missions to unlock that bonus $100,000 reward. If you guys have been grinding the hangar business, you will already know that this can actually unlock this weekly challenge. Just source 5 crates and you will get this all completed. When the event week dropped, I did not know about this, but then of course I grinded the hangar business just a little bit, collected 5 crates, and the weekly challenge was done. If you guys do not have the hangar business and have some other things, for example the acid lab or even the MC businesses, I believe it will only count if you guys are stealing supplies and not buying them. That was the first thing that I tested when the event week started, and it only seemed to count for me when I stole supplies, so maybe something to keep in mind if you guys do not have the hangar. And one more thing before we move on, I also believe sourcing special cargo for your crates will also work the exact same way as the hangar, so yeah, you guys should have a bunch of options to do this. And now to move on and talk about the double money and RP bonuses. This was where things got really crazy from the event week, because we did get that bonus money on the air freight cargo sell missions, which had the potential to make you guys upwards of $5 million, potentially even more than that. If you guys have not been grinding the hangar, you still have a few more days of this bonus, and if you guys do have GTA Plus, you will have a whole month. I don't really keep up to date with GTA Plus membership bonuses, so I'm not exactly sure when this started or ends, but GTA Plus does last a whole month, and having a 4 times bonus on this is absolutely ridiculous. You could sell full stock and make a little over $11 million or something, just absolutely ridiculous. And underneath this, you can also see that we had the Air Force Zero returning mode. This will be a versus mode, and we have not had a versus mode in the game with a bonus for a quite long time. Usually Rockstar just add the adversary modes, which are always nice to do. The versus modes are probably a bit more rare. I would definitely recommend checking them out if you want to. And for our final bonus, we had double money on the Oscar Guzman Flies Again mission challenges. So unlike the last event that we had with the double money and RP on the Oscar Guzman Flies Again finale, this will only be on the mission challenges, so it is not a completely terrible bonus. But if you guys are looking to make some cash before the new event rolls around, you probably just want to focus on the hangar business and make millions of dollars. But just keep in mind that with that extra sort of mini bonus to these finales on the Oscar Guzman Flies Again missions, that extra $200,000, and of course this bonus on the challenges will be really nice. Definitely something to still keep in mind. For the discounts, we have a 40% off these 2 aircrafts. If you guys have the money for the Pyro, I would actually recommend this one. It will be the second fastest jet in the game, just getting beaten by the Raju. The Pyro is just one of the best jets for dogfights, and in general just getting around the map so fast. I would personally recommend it to you guys if you have the cash, because that 40% discount is honestly pretty rare for these type of aircrafts, and really just any vehicles. Alongside this, we also had our 30% discounts on these vehicles. The best ones here, at least in my opinion, will be the Night Shark and the Tesseract. I also do not mind the Infernus Classic. As usual with discounts, it really comes down to your opinion, what you guys need. I always think about discounts in more of a practical way if you guys are going to use these things. For example, the Night Shark will be a great car or SUV to use in public sessions and different missions. It has some really nice explosive resistance, and the Tesseract is just a fast, non-HSW vehicle. I used to love using this. It has some really nice acceleration, and it makes the car feel just a little bit faster than it typically is. However, the traction is not the best on the Tesseract, but for a 30% discount, I would get it nonetheless. And for our 20% discount, we have the Bravado Banshee GTS. You guys have probably heard a lot of things about the GTS ever since Rockstar added it into the game. It does have the HSW upgrades available for those of you guys on the enhanced edition. Even with this 20% discount, it is actually a really nice price. I think the standard edition of the GTS with no discount is priced pretty nicely, so just having this 20% off will mean a lot. You can save some money on some different upgrades, and so far in the game, this is one of my favorite HSW vehicles. And some more things that you might want to get before the event ends will be at the gun van. You can get a free heavy sniper, which honestly is one of the best weapons to use in GTA. Getting it for completely free is very nice. You can also get a 30% off the military rifle, a 40% off the stun gun for GTA Plus members, and we still have the El Strickler military rifle for GTA Plus members as well. A really nice way to make some extra cash this week will be using the FIB Priority File. This is sort of a weekly file, and the only way to access this is to purchase the Dino Bros Garment Factory. But once purchased, you can then just play these things each and every week. You can also do the standard files, which will pay out roughly $150,000, sometimes $200,000 if you guys complete the challenges. And then of course, completing that priority file gets you guys just a little over $300,000 each week. I treat this pretty similar to the time trials, especially the HSW time trial. The payout is pretty similar. Obviously, the priority file will take longer to complete, and it is also a weekly sort of challenge, so give this a go if you have not done this yet. The black box file is relatively easy, it is not the worst file, and the extra bonus challenges are really doable. Another place that also has these bonus challenges will be at the Salvage Yard. So this week we had the cargo ship robbery for the Declassy Mamba, the McTurney robbery for the Anis Hellion, and the Duggan robbery for the Seminole Frontier. You will probably already notice on screen that the prices of these vehicles really do vary. The Anis Hellion and the Seminole Frontier are low tier vehicles, so they will not sell for much money, and of course the Declassy Mamba is a standard tier vehicle, selling for the most money this week. Just considering how long the Salvage Yard robberies take, if I was going to focus on one of these things to complete before the new event, it would be the standard tier vehicle, and then of course if I had more time I would then complete all of them, getting me just under or just over, depending on the challenge's completion, $1 million. There is also no claimable vehicles, so you may as well just sell them the moment you guys source them and deliver them to the Salvage Yard. The casino's Lucky Wheel Podium Vehicle this week was honestly such a nice one. It was the Lampadati Corsita. I love how this vehicle looks. I think I did get this a while back. I think I got it from a Salvage Yard robbery actually, but yeah, in total I really do like this vehicle, and considering you guys can get this for free by just spinning the Lucky Wheel, you'll have roughly 3 days, so 3 spins of the Lucky Wheel if you guys do not close your application. So yeah, very worthwhile in my opinion. And another free vehicle was at the LS car meet. It was the Vapid Caracara. You will just have enough time to do this if you start it today or tomorrow, because you need to place top 5 in the LS car meet series for 2 days in a row. Would I say it is worth doing? It really depends if you guys like this vehicle or not. Me personally, I never do the LS car meet prize rides. I just really never see much point. Unless a vehicle is really good, then I would probably try it. But after covering all of these event weeks, the vehicles here are never really that special. Sometimes we do have some returning vehicles, which does make them more rare. So like most of this event, it really comes down to what you guys want. And actually speaking about some returning vehicles, we now have Simeone's Autoshop, where we typically have a ton of returning things. And this week is no different because we have all of these things on screen here, all underlined in red, meaning that they are returning. So potentially after this event, you might not be able to find any of these cars or bikes. So if you guys like one, give it a test ride at Simeone's Autoshop. For me, just looking at these vehicles, the Massacre and the Pifter Comet will be the best ones. I also really like the 2 bikes. They are definitely throwback bikes now. I believe the innovation was actually in Grand Theft Auto 4 as well, so really cool to see this. After this though, we have the Luxury Autos dealership cars. We had a really nice one here, which was the Dinka Jester RR wide body and the Benefactor Vorschlag Hammer. The reason I like the wide body the most here is because it already comes included the missile lock-on jammer, so maybe you guys do not own the agency. This will be a really clutch vehicle to just purchase straight away. It will come with a more increased price compared to the standard Jester RR, and the customization is honestly not the best. You will not be able to change this livery, but this thing takes corners so nice. If you guys already have the standard Jester RR, you already know how good that vehicle is, and the wide body version of this vehicle is just so much better in terms of traction, handling, even top speed, I believe, or at least it feels like it. If you guys have the spare money for this car, maybe you guys do not have the agency and want a missile lock-on jammer vehicle, this is a great car and great choice. The next thing that we have is the LS Car Meet Test Track. So for the standard test track vehicles this week, we have the Bravado, Borrelia, the Hexer, and the Deviant. All of these ones were returning vehicles, so very similar to Simeone's Autoshop. Just test drive them and see if you guys want to purchase them. And the HSW test ride was the Bravado Banshee. This will be the standard Banshee and not the Banshee GTS, but even this regular Banshee with the HSW upgrades is extremely fast. Just based on my memory of the top fastest HSW cars, I do think this is still in the top 10. I could be wrong though, I have not checked my list in a while, but one thing that I do know is that the standard Banshee is easily one of the cheapest HSW vehicles, with the standard price of the vehicle being $105,000, sometimes even free depending on your GTA version. Definitely a great option for your starter HSW car. And at long last guys, we are now on to the final thing that you don't want to miss out on. It will of course be the time trials. So we had that new premium race which was 8-figure bonus. We then had the standard time trial which was Lake Vinewood Estates, and the HSW time trial which was North Chumash to Palomino Highlands. I'm not going to lie to you guys, that HSW time trial is really hard. It sort of reminds me of some of the old time trials in GTA where you guys cannot really set a waypoint and just follow the waypoint all the way to the time trial end. You really have to just take different routes and shortcuts. If you guys do not do that, you will not be making the part-time. So potentially something to keep in mind. Obviously you will also need a HSW car. I would still recommend trying to do it because of course it will pay out that massive $250,000. So yeah guys, that will be absolutely everything in the event week that you do not want to miss out on. I always try and include everything I can, or at least everything that I think is useful or has some use case. Mainly the discounts and the bonus money from this event were the best things, and that is really true with every event. So yeah, make sure that you leave a comment below and let me know what you guys think about this whole event week. Have you guys bought anything from the discount section? Did you guys sell a full hanger stock and make millions of dollars? And yeah, as always guys, if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in any way, shape or form, leave a like on this video. I always appreciate your support. And if you guys like the content, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.